90% of people will work their entire lives and still struggle with money, not because they are lazy or stupid, but because they are trapped in a system that quietly keeps them broke. And if you don't understand this, you might end up in the same situation without even realizing it. In 2026, making money is easier than ever before because there are endless opportunities, online platforms, side hustles, and tools available to almost everyone. Yet most people are still living paycheck to paycheck and feeling financially stressed. So the real question is, what is actually going wrong, and why do so many people stay broke, no matter how hard they work? The first and biggest reason is lifestyle inflation, which means that as soon as people start earning more money, they also start increasing their expenses by upgrading their lifestyle, buying better phones, cars, clothes, eating out more often, and adding unnecessary subscriptions. So even though their income increases, their savings remain the same or even worse, and this creates a cycle where they always feel broke, regardless of how much they earn. Because it is not about how much money you make, but how much money you are able to keep and grow over time. The second major problem is the credit trap, where people rely too much on credit cards, EMIs, and buy now, pay later services that make everything look affordable in the moment. But in reality, they are spending money they have not earned yet, which leads to debt, high interest payments, and constant financial pressure. And instead of building wealth, they end up working just to pay off their past expenses, which keeps them stuck in a never-ending cycle of stress and financial struggle. Another important reason is the lack of financial education, because most people were never taught how money actually works. They go through school and college without learning how to manage money, invest, build assets, or understand the difference between good debt and bad debt. So when they start earning, they make poor financial decisions simply because they do not know any better. And this ignorance slowly costs them years of potential wealth building. On top of that, many people have completely wrong priorities, where they focus more on looking rich rather than becoming rich. They spend money on expensive cars, branded clothes, and luxury items to impress others. But they have little to no savings or investments. And this mindset pushes them further away from financial freedom, because they are constantly choosing short-term satisfaction over long-term growth. However, the good news is that escaping this trap is possible if you follow the right approach. The first step is to control your money by managing your expenses properly, using a simple structure like the 50-30-20 rule, where you allocate a portion of your income for needs, wants, and savings, so you always have money set aside for your future. The second step is to start investing as early as possible, even if the amount is small, because consistency and time are the most powerful factors in building wealth. And the earlier you begin, the more you benefit from compounding. The third step is to build multiple income streams so that you are not dependent on a single source of income, because having additional income gives you more security and faster financial growth. And finally, you need to change your mindset by focusing on becoming financially free instead of trying to impress others. Because true wealth is not about what you show, it is about what you own and how stable your future is. At the end of the day, staying broke is not about bad luck. It is about daily habits and financial decisions. And while the system may make it easy to fall into these traps, you still have the power to make smarter choices, think long-term, and take control of your financial life. Because the real difference between people who stay broke and those who build wealth is not their income. It is their behavior and the actions they take consistently over time. So if you truly want to escape the 90%, you need to start making changes today instead of waiting for the perfect moment.